The easiest to go with is reframing, but I think that you could have also utilized a lot of the I statements or the reframing to try to pull maybe some more like connect what Needy was saying to like, okay, so what, what I feel you're trying to say is this in regards to her,
right,
to get her back on track.
To get her to say how I feel, because she really didn't ever say how she felt.
Right. Yeah.
I guess I didn't get it out of her.
Like, it's easy to jump into like, oh, da-da-da. And then also as a mediator, like, I feel like this is what I'm understanding from you.
Am I correct?
Am I correct? You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, so you're saying that you guys are not noisy, because like she didn't come up with any rebuttal for.
I was having a hard time validating what her like emotion. All I understand like she was just like getting bombarded with the lawsuit. She like just like, oh, I didn't think anything was wrong. And
or maybe.
Until everyone started complaining about this, and I thought I'm a good person to the neighborhood and community.
Or maybe like emphasizing and be like, I understand that, but can you further explain why, and like maybe give one of her reasons, like why you would say, maybe party over here would say that you guys are abusing your children, or why
can you provide me an example, like.
I think I was just a little thrown off by Needy's approach to it. I was just like, I just feel like she wasn't like really like threatened for a while. She was just like,
I'm a man, I'm a woman of God. I don't need to be threatened.
She's like, I understand, but they're just kids.
You reminded me of a priest instead of a pastor.
What's the difference?
Well, like
I'm Jewish. All I know is a rabbi.
Priests like can't have sex and can't like they're more like super holy. Priests are like more super holy. Pastors are like can be your average like dad.
So usually, if in like my understanding is like in the Christian world, you have like the pastor who does the messages, and the associate pastors and assistant pastors who like are responsible for other sections. So like, I'm Christian, and at my church we have somebody who, like the associate pastor who's responsible for like the youth and outreach programs, and then somebody else.
So there's different levels of responsibility.
Right. Yeah, and then like every single one has an emphasis. I guess you could say.
Yeah, because in the Jewish religion, we have a rabbi who is it's the rabbi, and then there's a cantor. The cantor, because obviously, like with Catholicism and Christianity, everything is done in English.
Right.
Everything's done in Hebrew for Judaism.
You're Jewish?
Yeah. So like the cantor is the one who sings all the songs in Hebrew, and then the rabbi is the one that interprets it.
Gotcha.
And then we have like then we have daycares. My bubby actually was the director of the daycare for a bit, and she doesn't have any like actual experience as a teacher, but since she was a person of good faith, a very religious, very powerful woman in the temple, they put the responsibility on her. But she also raised 4 kids and 13 grandchildren. So her credibility is then in that.
Gotcha. I just noticed that we went into a hole.
Okay.
Switch. No, but yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that they like. That's pretty cool saying that your bubby, right?
I want to see how you do
That
it.
she was helping with the youth.
My bubby and Zadie. We just got back from Israel.
Oh, nice.
I know.
She lives in Israel?
No, I have family that lives in
We have water here and glass over there. You don't have to just drink from the faucet.
They got what's it called, cranberry juice.
Yeah.
I be treating the fridge. Every time I go to someone's house,
When
I
you
treat
open
their fridge like my
this,
own.
like a crap, you get.
Yeah, I was
It
trying
is
to cry and sweat.
People come to my house and drink all my juice.
Do you get cold? Yeah,
I mean, I'm telling my friends I got juice.
But
I'll hide
everybody
it. I'll hide it.
Do you want to sit farther to the left?
Oh.
So it's not right on you?
It should be fine.
Do you want to turn off the heater?
Are you hot?
Yes. Turn off the
Heater's on?
Yeah.
Oh my
Hey
god.
girl, what your name is?
Wait, you know it's recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one likes me. You talking class?
He was messing with him today.
Class.
Try to give you all I got.
I was just talking.
Well, you were gonna get.
That's the only way I can learn. Like if I don't talk the whole class, like you're trying to engage,
Can
I
I
won't.
swoop your spot, your little,
Yeah, go
your
for
little
it.
corner? My corner.
Meeting alone. Meeting alone for Brian. Alright. So as far as you guys went by your names. What names are you guys gonna go by? Are you gonna go by ones? You guys just gonna go by your names?
Wanna hump alive.
Huh?
Nothing.
Can we use Shannon?
Shannon. All right. What name are you?
No, it's Peterson.
What name are you gonna go by?
I will be Miss Frankenstein.
We're gonna laugh the whole time.
I'm like Miss Frankenstein.
You can name me. There you go. Name me.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are you a guy? You're a guy, right?
A pastor can technically be a woman too.
Paul. You're Paul.
Is that
Paul.
the
Shannon.
No, you should be Ms.
Paul.
Paul. What's her
Let's
real
stick
name?
to the ball. You have it
You're
stuck.
Paul.
I'll be Pastor.
Pastor Paul.
You should call Paul.
My name is Paulina, but they call me Paul for short.
Pastor Paul. So you can think of yourself as a Paulina if you like, so that way you can like be yourself.
I'm totally kidding. Yeah, it could be Paul.
Okay, and you're Shannon. Okay, so just brought you guys in separately, and let me just start off by saying everything said in here is confidential. You guys agree to keeping what is said within the mediation, within the mediation? And you both do agree?
Yes.
Yeah, obviously we're coming here to hopefully avoid having you guys go to court, because a lawsuit, of course, like the benefit of mediation is it'll be cheaper here. It'll be hopefully more efficient than court, because court can be drawn out. Sometimes you won't get a date for a year or so. It can get crazy in the court system. So we're hoping to come to an agreement if that's what you guys wish to come to. And by coming to mediation, that's what you non-verbally and hopefully verbally will tell me. So why don't I start off by having you guys introduce yourself? Can you introduce yourself first, please?
Yes, my name is Paul. I'm the associate pastor at House of God. And yes.
Okay. And I understand your name is Shannon, am I correct?
Yes.
Shannon. Okay. So why don't we, who called who to this mediation? Who was the one who asked for the mediation session?
She brought me in.
Okay.
I had no other alternative because I tried to contact you many times and you did not return any of my phone calls, and I'm tired of talking to the church secretary.
Okay, so Shannon, why don't we start off by having you give me a little background information and explain to me how this issue arose and what your particular issue is with Pastor Paul and his daycare.
So my husband and I purchased a home at the top of the hill. We have a newborn baby. I'm a mother, and shortly after we purchased our home, the church down the street started a daycare center. The daycare center runs 8 hours a day, and there's lots of traffic that has been coming through our community, lots of noise, crying children. It's very disruptive and very distractive. I want the noise to stop.
And you feel that the noise you moved in prior, I'm understanding, to the daycare being enacted and started, right?
Yes.
You moved in prior to that, and you feel that the daycare is what is producing this noise?
Yes,
And
the
can you
daycare is
elaborate?
impeding in my lifestyle.
And can you elaborate on maybe the ways in which you think this daycare is creating all that
Can
noise?
I interject a little bit on that?
I'm gonna give you
I
your.
feel like it would be
your chance to
necessary to. I just want to let you know.
This is my turn.
You're gonna have your turn right after.
Can you please
You're-
communicate to him that we only live on one road, and there's.
This is my turn.
Yeah, you'll get your
This is
turn.
my turn.
Okay.
You'll have your turn.
You'll get your turn, Pastor Paul. I'll let you talk for a set amount of time after this. So, Shannon, if you could please now continue explaining to me and elaborating on how you believe this daycare is causing all this noise and ruckus.
So, my husband and I, my husband stays home majority of the time with baby, but we do take turns. We're both working attorneys, and we've spent a great deal of our time finding the perfect home at the top of the hill in a wonderful quiet community where we're affluent and everybody in the community has been seasoned to the type of community that we're upholding to. Then the church comes in and takes it upon themselves to start this Little Tots tiny school, aka Little Tots. The kids are dropped off in frantic manners, creating so much noise that it interferes with our daily routine with our child. They're slamming doors, there's crying children, people are driving crazy. I've almost been ran over twice, and my husband, takes our child down the block for daily walks. It has become completely unsafe, with parents that are completely reckless and a church that doesn't abide by rules, allowing children to walk across the street and parents honking to pick them up. There's children crying at all hours of the day, and it doesn't seem like there's anybody to help appease them.
Okay, so you're feeling like the activity of the children are excessively loud as opposed to your average daycare, and that this is due to what do you feel is the reason for them being so loud? Do you feel like this is a supervision issue?
I believe that the children are being either abused or neglected.
Okay.
Their grounds at the church are appalling. It doesn't fit into our landscaping of our community, and I just feel like it's cheap and shabby, and it doesn't belong here.
Okay, so Pastor Paul, basically,
Was that
from what you heard from Shannon, we're not even gonna go into that yet. I want to hear what your side of this issue is. Not even your defense. I'd like to hear how your views on this complaint and how you feel about what you heard from Shannon. She feels that the children may be being abused or maybe being neglected. I'd like to hear your side of what's going on, maybe why it's loud, or just how you feel about your establishment and its place in the community.
Honestly, I just don't even understand how they leave
I
their
thought
children.
it was my turn to talk.
I just need to get that out there.
All right. It's gonna be Pastor Paul's turn to talk now, and then after this we can get you guys flowing. We can discuss that.
So I've been taking notes here on this little piece of paper you provided me since I was
You're welcome.
being patient and not interrupting during our
Don't talk to me,
little
talk to him.
conversation. So first of all, just to start you off, let you know, this church has been
This
around.
could have been all resolved had you answered my.
Shannon, please give.
Wait,
Pastor Paul.
let her finish. Are you
Please give
done?
Pastor Paul.
This could
I
have
wanna-
all
I wanna
been
make
resolved,
sure-
and we wouldn't even have to be here had you answered my emails or my phone calls prior to this.
Are you done?
All right,
or are
Pastor
you
Paul.
gonna keep interrupting me?
Pastor Paul, if you could please give me your side of this issue now.
Okay. I
And
just
then
want to make sure.
after-
I just
after
want to make
this-
sure that I'm not going to get interrupted for a third time.
Yeah.
I want to make sure.
It's your turn to have the floor now, Pastor Paul.
Fine.
Okay. So
Are you gonna talk?
this is that was very uncalled for. Okay, so our church has been around for over 20 years. We have not had any disputes with this neighborhood since. And with our church having about 3,000 to 4,000 members, we've been a very active church. We have huge support from our members, helping to, I guess you could say, hold these activities that we hold at our church. And one of those activities are of course, daycare. We happen to have other things as well. We do weddings. We host boy and girl scouts. We do activities, barbecues. We do community events and sometimes things based around the holidays. We also lease out our offices and locations to the community and people in need, as long as it meets up with the mission, with our church mission and vision for the year. We also have preschool. We've had preschool for 20 years for children of the ages of 3 to 5. And this has been going on, again, like I said, we've been open for 20 years and this has all been in the process of going. Never has there been a complaint. Until recently. So recently we did have this daycare center. They're called Little Tots School for Children, aka Little Tots.
And this was recently opened.
And like I said, we like to make the best use of our resources that we have. We have classrooms, we have the sanctuary, we have a worship hall, we have assorted meeting rooms. We just have a lot of, with 2 acres of land, we have a lot of space that we openly, which aligns with our church mission and vision, open to those who use it. So when Little Tots came to us, they came to us with the idea of coming with this daycare, which give back to the need as far as providing daycare to those who are not financially stable. So we allowed them, we leased them out this location, and they've had a daycare since. Approximately 60 students is what they have, and I took a couple notes here. So the lady here,
This is Shannon.
Shannon here.
This is Shannon.
So she was talking earlier, she said they were searching for the perfect home. From the time that they were searching, unless it was longer than 20 years ago, which it wasn't because we were there before, most of the big, beautiful houses were there, we've had all these activities going on and it never was a problem. I don't know how this daycare that has babies to no more than 2 years old has made the huge amount of difference. Yes, I understand there's been parking and driving problems. We do live on a road. We live on a road where there's only one way to get in and out. This has not changed. It's a one-way street, and then there's only one busy road, half a mile down, where people could come in and out. That's how it's been. It was like that before the daycare was open, and it's still like that. She mentioned that the neighborhood was seasoned for the lifestyle, and I don't think that she should. It sounds, or my understanding is that she's saying that we don't fit into their high-class, $1 million home, I guess you can say, environment. All the houses around us are very beautiful. They have very nice cars. And yes, a lot of them are very professional, very kind, until most recently. So in what she was saying with noise, there's noise and slamming doors and people driving, since the daycare is open, there's been several people, neighbors, and again, I don't know any of these people because a majority of these people are not associated with our church. Maybe some of them visit here and there, but most of them are not, so I don't personally know them. But a lot of people have came yelling at the children, honking every time they go by, honking up from the hills. And our church, the way it is formed, is at the bottom of the hill, and it is a Greek amphitheater effect, which was not intentional. It was like that before the houses were built, where, yeah, noise travels up. And sometimes even you can hear somebody like you and myself having a conversation all the way up in the hill, but it's just always been like that. So I don't know why she's complaining about noise and stuff when
so you believe the
neighbors are the ones driving by, honking the horn.
I disagree.
And yelling at the children, telling them to shut up. It's just, I personally think with the prestigious neighborhood that they seem to be, you do not tell a kid 5 years old or younger to shut up. I don't think that that's a proper way to deal with the situation. She's saying it's completely unsafe. I personally have not noticed this, but the only unsafe part about it that I feel she would see is just the traffic, which is not unsafe, it's just inconvenient. And the children are not being abused or neglected. We have all our licensing, and all the students are watched and taken care of just according to whatever laws and regulations. And I did not appreciate your cheap and shabby statement about our church. I don't feel like that was necessary to say in regards to this case.
Okay, so at this point, I understand